Okay, don't worry, I've got it. Can you hear me now? It's because I had it on, I was trying to test it earlier, and I had it on, you know, you can monitor it, but you can mute it at the same time. So, to me, it was like it was working, and to you, it was not working. Anyway, this is about a is it any good, or is it really rubbish? Because the other option is using that. Wait, what is it? That better? Kill the music. Oh no. So why does it say that it's like hitting the yellow when I talk, but you can't hear me? It's too quiet. For fuck's sake. What am I gonna do? The answer, well, I could get my microphone downstairs. I could take it off the There's no fucking music. Right, let me kill Spotify. I fucking hate streaming like this. Right, no music. Is this better? There should not be any music at all. You can hear me now. Can you hear me okay? Is it acceptable? Do you think we can do this for like 4 hours? Or however long this is going to take? I'm worried about this, man. Okay, right. Should we get started? Should we actually do some stuff? Fucking hell. I knew this was going to be stressful, but did not think it would be this stressful. That's a lie. Actually, I did. Have we all got coffee? And or snacks? Or both? So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to go to Photoshop and start setting up the template. Hey, Aaron. Who's here? There's like loads of people here. Logie, GW, Bailey, AJ, Steve. Hello, Steve. Jorgen, Aaron, Marius. Getting loads of people. Okay, right. So I'm going to start with opening up the LMP3 template, which is I've not prepared this earlier. It looks like I have, but I haven't. What is it? PSD templates. Ligier. You just cancelled your Adobe subscription. Nice. I wish I could cancel it. But it's literally the only software I know how to use. So I can't cancel it. I'm stuck forever and ever. They've got me locked in badly. Why has this got a little icon on it? Can you see everything okay? I think you can. Okay, so smash that up. And then we do a little export. And this is going in, not this folder. It's going in this folder. So this is wireframe. .png. So each of these layers that we need, we're going to export it from the Photoshop template because nobody got time for that. And then we're going to bring it back into Illustrator, and then we'll just mask out the bits that we don't need. So this one's simple. It's only got wireframe and what I call markings, which is the number plate and the class stuff. So it's a nice simple one. There's no like carbon or anything. What do we call this? Markings. There's no mask on this one either, which is unusual, but we don't need it, so that's that. Don't save. Then we go back to Illustrator. And normally, I would like copy a previous one that I've done and just like update that. But for this, why has it done that? Wrong. 4096, come on. It's like my computer is slightly delayed because it's streaming. It's a bit annoying, but anyway. So, layers, set up layers. So one is base. This will be our carbon layer. Then we're going to have markings. We would have mask, but there isn't one. We're going to have wireframe. And above this, we're going to have metal layer, which is going to be like the base layer. So that's like the bluey, grey, silver layer. Then we're going to have a design layer. So that's going to be all the pink stuff. The lettering for wild things is going to be hugely complicated on this one, I think. So that's going to be a separate layer. Then we're going to have sponsors. So that's basically the format for every livery I do. Base layer, we only really have this in LMU because of the way the carbon works. So what we do for that is just smash down a black layer, essentially. So that's going to be 111. And we're going to shove it in the middle. And get rid of the stroke, because that's going to cause issues later. So that's base layer done. That will be our carbon. So when we do the region map, we're not going to draw all the carbon stuff like you get on the normal LMU templates. We're going to do it the other way around. So we're going to have a carbon layer as the base, and then we're going to build up the layers on top of that. And then at the end, we go into Photoshop and we import these layers and then export the region template from that. What keyboard and mouse am I using, by the way? The mouse is a Logitech MX2 Master MX2, something like that. The keyboard is a Cycle 7, which I've had for a year, 2 years, but it's fucking ace. I love it because it's like an unusual layout, and it's still got like keys that you can use. That sounds stupid. Of course there's keys that you can use, but you can still program them and stuff. So I've got volume and music controls here, and then these three here I use to move windows around my screen, because I've got like an ultra wide, so it's essentially 2 screens in one. So I'm forever like smashing windows over to the left or right, depending on what I'm doing. So at the moment I can see mostly the right hand screen, or the right hand half of it, and then I have like all the secondary stuff like Discord, Spotify, Slack, all of that stuff on the left hand side. Today it will be LMU on the left side, which is streaming from my PC, and then on the right is my Mac with Illustrator and all that. So that's the base layer. Then we're going to add the markings onto this. I apologise for how slow my Mac is running. I don't know if it's used to streaming. Well, it's not used to streaming, so it's having issues. Markings. So we're going to smash those down. So on this layer, we're probably going to keep, well, we will keep like the class graphics and the little markings and the arrows and stuff, because we don't want to have to redraw all of those. However, we're probably going to mask out the Michelin stuff because I don't like it. But I'm going to use like the white out logo that I normally use, and then we're going to put the wireframe on. Then the fun stuff starts. There we go. I'll bring that down to 90%. Set it to screen. Cool. So that's essentially our template ready. That's the easy part. Now we're going to have to draw around everything. Numpad. I'm sorry, there's no numpad. Overrated. What are numpads good for? Nothing. Sorry. No, they're good for doing like calculations, which I tend to do quite a lot of. I really want to get like 8-bit do or 8-bit do, whatever you want to call them. They do like a calculator / numpad, and I really want to get one. It's kind of like retro style. So that'll be like my. I'm not going to use it as a numpad. Probably it will just be a calculator, but they look awesome. A numpad is good for FPS shooters. Really? How? I don't understand. Anyway, so what we also need to do is, so can you see this? Yeah, you can see this. So on the left hand side window we've got PC, LMU liveries folder, and here's just my Mac desktop. That's the cat. I don't know if you can hear the cat. Hello. What am I doing? Wild Things Racing. No. What I've got is a template region file. So this is just black, and I use this just to work on, so that I don't have to worry about the region layer until right at the end. So we'll move that over and we'll start LMU. Give it a minute. Hey Woody. I tried the retro NES keyboard, didn't like it, but I think it was mainly because Amazon only had stock of like the clicky keys switches, and I didn't like, I didn't want clicky switches, but I did want to try the keyboard, so I got it. I was like, this is really cool, but I don't like the switches, so I sent it back. Because that was going to be my my gaming keyboard. So, create a new car. We are going to do an LMP3. I have a feeling this might be a nightmare because of the way the sides are. Like, yeah, we'll see. And scene. I have got buttons for that. Do they work? Did that work? No. Which? Why is it not working? Oh, it did work. No, it didn't. Oh shit, it's not working, man. Oh, hold up. Maybe I've got the... Oh, there's it. Juniper. Can you move? Fuck off. Okay, right. Which button is which? That one. That one. That one. There we go. Can you tell I don't do this that often? Oh, hold up. It didn't do it. Which one is which? F1 is... Okay, that's what I used to save my template. F2 is Mac. F3 is going to be the PC. Does it swap? Yes, it does. I literally set all this up this morning. That's why it's a bit jank. I'm sorry for that. Juniper, can you not? Sorry, chat. Anyway, this is what we were doing last night. So this is the Mustang livery on the P3. Looks cool, right? Maybe we should just end it here. We're done. Save and upload. Let's go. Right, let me just sort out the cat. Can you fuck off? Yep. Sorry. Right then. So let's go back to actually doing some work. So what we're going to do is, Jesus Christ, she is annoying. we're just going to start drawing around stuff for now. So we're going to use, we'll use the yellow colour. I'm glad that's not going to get annoying at all. This is the bit that is kind of really boring, but it's something that you kind of only have to do once normally, because once you've done it, you can just copy and paste it. Juniper! What are you doing, man? Fuck it out. Anyway. This is why I wanted to have music on stream, because it would help me not get distracted. But that didn't work out so well. Maybe I should put headphones on and just listen to music from my phone. Okay, right, we'll change that to like a pinky colour. No, I don't want pink. We'll go green. This is just so we can see what we're doing against the wireframe. So I save that, press F1. Does it update the PC? Yes, it does. So now we can see what we're doing. So far so good, right? That holy bit here is kind of interesting. Like that's kind of like a big hole in this panel here. This is the bit that's going to fuck up the Wild Things lettering. I don't know how we're going to deal with that. We're going to have to do it in like the top bit, the bottom bit, and then we're going to have to do like a janky bit in the middle, I think. Anyway, this is where the design might fall down slightly. But it is what it is. So this is just a question of going around doing all the things. It would be cool to skip this bit, but we can't. So we just draw around. And this is the bit that convinced me that I needed to get glasses, because when I was doing this before glasses, I would get like really confused and kind of dizzy. And I'd be like, I see lines, but I can't see the lines. Don't know if that makes sense. So I was like, I should probably get glasses. It is time. I've got no idea if we're going to be able to finish this in like one session. I've got a feeling. Is this 2 panels? It is 2 panels, but it's all going to be the same colour anyway, so that's fine. Touch portal. What the fuck is touch portal? Hey Steve, this is not ChatGPT. As good as it is, especially when you pay extra for it. I don't know if it's any good for this kind of thing. I've yet to see anyone use ChatGPT to draw around a wireframe. Theoretically, it should be possible. But I don't know. This is 1 panel, right? Oh no, this is 2. Oh shit. The things are really small. The anchor points. Same panel. Cool. The results of ChatGPT. You really don't need to see the results. Like, imagine like the worst, most useless thing that you can imagine, and that's probably what you'll get from the ChatGPT. I've been told this template is not 100% symmetrical, so that's going to be interesting as well. Always good fun. Run your AI livery. I saw your AI livery. It looked like it was not going to work. It looked like it had no relation to any wireframe I've seen ever. But you do you. Steve, are you doing the Fuji 6 hour? Have you got a team lined up? I was looking at Martini inspired Group C liveries yesterday, just to get some ideas. When is it? It's next weekend. I'm like, I don't think there's been an official announcement yet, but the races have gone up on. They're in the game, but you can register for the first one already. Oh no, sorry, you can't register, but it is shown. But like, I'm surprised there hasn't been an official Fuji 6 hour test race go up yet. Oh, I hate doing this bit, it's just so boring. This template does not come with a mask. To be honest, even if it did, I'd still do this manually. I just prefer it. It was in press pack. See, I didn't get a press pack. I felt left out. Because I did ask if I could do this stream before it went live. As like a preview thing. And I was told that I could, but then I decided not to. Mainly because I didn't know how, like, actually, do I want to do this? This is where it's going to get complicated, because I don't want those nosy bits. What do you call them? Stalks? Thingamajigs? Things? I don't want those to be part of... I don't want those to be grey. So, what do we do? We're going to delete all this. Actually, it might be okay. This will look super jank for now. We're going to have to smooth that out later. Also need to keep an eye on my PC temps because it's in a cupboard. And I've opened the door in an effort to keep it cool. But I don't know if that's going to work. It should do. It's what? It's 60, 70. I think that's okay, right? If it goes up to 80, I'm going to start being concerned. Right. Let's have a look. Because I wanted to hide it, because it's not. I mean, it's quite a big beefy PC, but it's not like the prettiest thing ever. I just want to hide it away. So I got like on the right hand side, I've got like the IKEA Alex drawers that you get on every streamers set up. So on the left I got the Alex cupboard, and PC fits in it nicely and it hides it away and it looks nice. So when I'm not using it, which is most of the time, I don't have to see it. That's what it did to deserve it. It was an ugly PC case. It's actually not that ugly. I quite like it, but I don't want to be looking at it all the time. What am I going to do about this nose? Do I cut it off just above the intake and then have it going sort of smoothly round? Or do we keep it? Or do we do the easy thing and come back to that later? Yeah, I think we'll come back to it later. What's this bit? We'll do this bit and then we'll go back. I'm trying to sort out like my home office / study, so it's a bit nicer. Since I've moved, I've not done anything to this room at all, so it's not been decorated. The furniture is all kind of from my old house and sort of just put in bits where I can, so it's not really proper. This is the inside of this bit. Do we want to paint that, or do we leave it carbon? I think we'd probably leave that carbon. Okay. Sorry, this bit is like completely boring and time consuming. It is the bit though that you can do, like, you don't need the game open to do this bit. You can just sit there on the laptop drawing down stuff because you don't really need to check it that often. But I did say like I'd do start to finish, so this gap here, that's going to be annoying. These little tiny, like on prototypes, you get all these little tiny gaps that you don't really get on GT3s. I can see that becoming quite annoying. Right, this bit. Should we go straight down? No, we'll probably use that. Staff can cheat, I had with some 3D model. Well, yeah. There's a difference between can cheat and will cheat, which is kind of why I'm doing this stream, like to show that you can do it without. Like, it just takes longer. And there's like a proper skill being able to do stuff like this without using the 3D model or Blender or whatever. Equally, there's stuff that you can do in Blender that you can't do by hand, or if you did, it would just take so long. So sometimes you end up needing to compromise, but that's just part of it, isn't it? What is going on here? Okay, so that's like the very front underneath the intake. many clicks. I'd love to know how many clicks something like this takes. It's got to be in like the tens of thousands, surely. Okay. That is the main bits done. In some ways, this is quite a simple car. I want to know what this bit is. I think I can see it. Do that yellow. I'm hoping my voice is not about to go. That would be bad. Node counter. You can actually, Illustrator's got a thing where it will tell you how many anchor points you've got. I think. I don't know if it, like it used to have it. I don't know if it still does. Okay, so that is the inside of that bit. Wonderful. Hold up. Okay, that's fine. So we can do that green as well. That green. Cool. What's the benefit of using Illustrator over Photoshop? Let me count the ways. Okay, so Illustrator is based around vector illustrations, which means that for stuff like this, which is, in my opinion, better suited to using vectors than Photoshop is, or sorry, better suited to using vectors than bitmaps. It kind of just handles stuff natively and a lot more, I don't know, a lot better. But there's a lot of stuff that you can do with Illustrator that I find really difficult in something like Photoshop. So I'll show you a quick example of something. Where's a good opportunity? I'll do it here quickly, but it won't, like, I'll delete it afterwards because it won't be the final thing. So if I do this like this, we'll make that a pink stroke. Hold up. Like that. And then we'll make that grey. Wrong. We'll make it grey. Right, and then you can do stuff like, if I select this, I can go to distort and transform. I can give it a transform effect. I can tell it to reflect on the y-axis. I can tell it to make a copy of it while I do it, and I can tell it where to start making that copy, essentially. So I've now got like a completely accurate duplication of something that I wouldn't want to do twice. And if I reflected it as you would in Photoshop, you would have, every time you wanted to change it, you would have to change it twice. Whereas with this, I don't have to do that. I can just make a change and it will do both of them at the same time. It's really fucking cool. That's one advantage. There are so many things like this that are just better in Illustrator. Also, I think the way it handles like imported logos and stuff is just, it's more straightforward. It makes it easier when you come back to edit something later. Because of the way everything's like, in my mind at least, all mathematical, it's all based on numbers. I just find it easier to work with. So yeah, that's one of the things that you can do that is good for it. There's other stuff as well, which hopefully we'll get into. It depends on like the design that we end up with. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to get this to a state where it's kind of okay. So I don't think we'll finish it today, because there's some stuff that will just take too long. Like this bit here is going to do my fucking nut in, because I know in my head what I want it to look like, but doing it might take hours, and I'm sure we don't want to sit here for hours just looking at me move pixels around. So we'll get this to a state where it's kind of okay. Hold up, did I not just do this bit? Did I delete it? No, that's a different bit. Is that a different bit? How have I deleted that? Have I deleted the wrong thing? I've deleted the wrong thing. Anyway, we'll just put it back, shall we? It's fine. Because that was yellow, wasn't it? Such a spanner. Let me just check. See if it has the thing that I want it to have. File info. Does it tell you how many things you've got? No. GPS data. What the shit? Raw data. Oh, it probably tells you here. But I'm not going through all that. Show. This used to have so much more stuff in it. I'm sure it used to tell you like statistics. Anyway, let's just continue. I need to find this bit here. I'm assuming it's going to be this bit here. It's pretty cool. Like the other thing, and this is just a personal thing, I've been using Illustrator since 1990 something, 96, 97, 98 maybe. So I just kind of find it very easy to use. I'm sure there's like a big learning curve with it, but for me I've gone through that. So okay, this bit's going to be a bit horrid. What we'll probably do here is like continue this green line up here so it meets the roof line. I'd like to say it's got better every year since, but it hasn't. Actually, that's probably not true. It has got better, but it was never bad in the first place. Just like, I think the rate of improvement of something that has been developed for that amount of time is naturally going to slow down to the point where like they're now putting AI shit in it and it's like doesn't need it. It's like the wrong thing to do. Maybe some people do need it. Maybe you know, they like typing in, make me a picture, and it makes a picture. But I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of hard. What do we do with this bit? Suppose we bring it up a little bit and make that curve a bit more accentuated. Hey Martin, how are you doing? Right, I think that was probably okay for that bit. Just bring that out a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, right, so we've pretty much got our base in, and that was relatively quick. It looks like quite a simple car. There's just a couple of tiny bits that are not ideal. We want to do this bit as well. Which is here, looks like. Just double check that. I don't understand like where the whole AI thing has come from, because it is everywhere, and like literally no one has asked for it. Like no one sat there and been like, oh, I hope like Adobe make AI things so that my life becomes more shitter. I know that's not a good term to use. Sorry, it's not grammatically very good. But do you know what I mean? Like, so far, AI is not being used for the things it's supposed to be good for. It's meant to be good at, like, sorting out big data and making actual good decisions. But no, they're making it, like, generate deepfakes and stupid artwork and novelty shit. Like, use it for good. Just fucking use it for good. I don't know if it's the thing that's slightly concerning is that it's not a buzz thing. Like, it is inevitably going to be added to everything, whether there's demand for it or not. And that's the concerning thing, because there will soon be a world where, like, you can't buy a device without AI built into it. And it's like, is that actually doing me any good at all? And the answer is no. I'm trying to find if there's like a little, you know, where the fuel cap thing is. I want to see if I can make the inside of that green. I don't think I can though. Can't see where the thing is for it. I don't think it's there. So we do the easy thing, we just skip it. Skip the things. Oh. I do want to make these green. Then we'll get on to some more fun stuff. I say fun, I mean complicated. Okay, right. That's all the green stuff for now. We're just going to take that and be very sort of quick with this. Normally I'd make sure that it all lines up properly. I think it's okay. So we'll just smash that down and call it a day on that stuff. What I do want to do is save it. We must save our work. It's crazy that I've not done it before now. Some good things in the medical world. Good. Yeah, AI PC. What the fuck does a PC with AI on it do? I say that, like the iPhones have got AI on them now, haven't they? What does the AI do? What's it for? What does it do? How does it help? Anyway, right, so now we've saved this. This is good. We're going to open up a previous file and get the Mustang from yesterday. The loading there was like all of the linked files. It was just picking up. So we'll copy over our grey colour. Smash that down there. And then we can select all of the same fill colour and make those grey. So that's our base, kind of done. It will need some work later on, especially around this nasal area. I wonder if I want to do a little bit, just a little bit, see what happens. We're okay with that. Okay, so what we want to do is take this line and maybe cut it off. Not like that. Okay. Do it from here. That's better, right? I'll make it come up like this. This is one of those things that you might not be able to see that well on stream, but trust me, bro, it's going to be good. Maybe it might be shit. So we have made a shape. The shape is covering the bit that we don't want. So then we're going to mask that bit of nose there. Make mask. We're not going to clip it. I'm going to make that black so it doesn't show. So now we've got like a nice proper curve. The curve is nice. It's going to be undone by the fact that there's like loads of weird shit going on in that wireframe where the nose meets the stalks. What do you call them? Stalks? Supports? I guess they're supports, aren't they? Let's save that and send it over and have a look. See the dark grey colour kind of hides some of these little bits, which is why we start with green so we can see what we're doing. I think it needs to be a bit wider. I don't even know if you can see that well. We'll make it orange. Mostly Logi, the templates are somewhat automatic. If you mean like the original Photoshop templates, a lot of the stuff that is done to them, you don't really have to do manually. You do have to do the bits like the number plates and that. But like creating the actual wireframes, I think that's almost automatic. Let's send that over. Ugh. I don't like this shape. What do you think? Or do we just go with it? It must be like, fuck it. It was better when it was a bit narrower, wasn't it? It is a strange nose. Bring that in a little bit. And bring this in a little bit. Try that. That's better, I think. From the front. It kind of, so, can you see my cursor? I think you can. So it kind of follows the line of this grey bit here down into the nose. I think that's probably okay. However, do we still prefer this side without the changes? Maybe we do. Yeah, I think we do. I think we go back to what it was. So all of that for nothing. Good. But we did learn a valuable lesson, which was, it was fine as it was. Sometimes less is more. Send that back over. Yeah, that'll do. I might come back to this later, but I think it will do for now. Okay, so we'll make that grey, and then we'll forget we ever needed to look at it again. So, this is the bit I don't want to do, because it's going to be difficult. And why would you willingly walk into a difficult situation? So I'm going to import our Wild Things guide logo, which is in here. Wild Things Pink Trans Guide AI. Somehow we've got to decide how big we make this so that it covers a lot of the side, but I think because of the way those number plates are, we don't want to go too far over there, essentially. So mostly we want to keep it in the visible area. So let's start. Some of this is going to be like a flat surface on top as well, which is going to make it even more complex. Anyway, let's just go for it. I'm calling it now. This will be enough. We'll do this, and it'll be good enough. We'll just send it. It'll be fine. Holy crap, chat. Look at the amount of work we're going to have to do here. No, I don't want to. Okay, so we know already that we don't need it to go that far forward into like the cockpit area. So we know we can make it, yeah, you can cry if you want. It's fine. We know we can make it a bit smaller, which will make it slightly simpler. So that's good. We'll start there. Just a question of how much smaller. probably too much. We go 90. Do we also need to paint that inside bit of that wheel arch thingy? I guess we do. So 85. Which is it this bit? No. I don't even know which part that is. Doesn't look like this bit. I think it looks more like, yeah, this bit. Try doing this bit. Oh shit, that was close. When I was thinking of doing this stream, I was like, I need to do the LMP3, but it's also going to be insanely complicated. Do I want to pick an easier thing to do on stream? And I was like, yes, I do. But then I ended up not. Oh, I've done the wrong side. F. Done the wrong side of it. It's just. Okay, nobody saw that, right? It's fine. There we go. It's better. Cool. So what are we doing with this thing? We might, I think I can get away with like one side of that. No. I think we can still make it a bit smaller. Fucking hell, chap. There was a small chance this could be really, really, really jank. We'll go 95. No. Yeah, 95. You know this bit is kind of okay as it is, so I just want to bring that up slightly. And cut that bit out. So this is going to behave as our sort of main guide. So we get everything lined up with that bit there. And then everything else has to fit somehow. Oh my days. You ever wake up and wish you hadn't started something? Where do we cut this off? That's going to be okay. I don't like it. It's not going to work. It's so not going to work. This is going to... Okay. That's what I need to man up. It's fine, it's fine. We don't need to panic here. We need a bit more rotation. And we do need to split it into like 8 different parts. not that bad. It's actually not that bad. She says. I think maybe I need to move it down slightly though now. I'll do another 2 degrees here. The thing you can do with DHR is, okay, on this car, you got a really strong line coming down here like this, which you can use for your DHR stripe, I think. And if you didn't want to use that line, you've also got another one sort of coming down like this, which you can probably use. So I think it might not be too bad. I'm just trying to work out what the fuck I'm looking at. Wild things. Do I need to move it up? I do need to move it up a bit. I need to move it up a bit. Right. We'll move that up there. I don't know. Yeah, just punch it. Hold up. Why is F2 deleting stuff? Not for real. F2. Ah. Somehow F2 is deleting stuff. Where's my keyboard shortcuts? They do this thing where they don't have settings where you think they should be. That'll be why the thing deleted earlier when I didn't want it to. Oh, you're kidding me. Why is it not a... Oh, is there a search thing? Cut. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Yes. Okay. Right. I think that's a better starting point for this bullshit. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it that. Right. That means that we can move up this part a bit. And if we can get a bit of the G on there, I think that will help us to line up shit. Maybe. Like you buy something new every month. No, every week. We hear about you've bought a new PC, you've bought a new wheel, you've bought a new sofa, you've bought a new house. Every week there's something new. Bought a new GPU. Bought a new TV. Do you know what? I really want to get a new TV. However, I think I've said this on stream before. I don't want to buy a new TV until I've got my living room decorated. And I don't want to do that until I know which furniture I'm going to get. And so it's like, oh, and I don't want to watch Dune 2 until I can watch it on a new TV, like a nice big massive one. So I've yet to see Dune 2 because of my slight OCD-ness about wanting to watch it on a big screen, which means that I have to get my living room decorated and I have to get furniture sorted out, even though what I've got is perfectly fine. It's just old. Anyway, yeah, so back to the scene of the crime. Have I made this too high now? Or do we think it's okay? It's really hard to tell sometimes. Hold up, did I not? Oh, I keep getting the wrong button. Do we need to make it even smaller? No, what we need to do is try it out on this weird shape thing that we've got over here. Because at the moment we can't even tell which letters we can see. That's ILD, I think. So we've got D over there. Maybe like that. Let's try this. Looks a bit odd. Cheers. It is going to look odd. Like, there's... The thing is, the whole intent of, like, this particular scheme is that you can get away with it looking odd. Because it's never going to be super precise. It's like massive letters, a massive logo across 8 million panels. You can give yourself a little bit of, I don't know, breathing room with it, because as long as you sit back and you kind of like, you can see something that says wild things there, you can get away with murder. So it's fine. Anyway, now we're cooking. Look at this. It's almost lining up. Kind of. Yep. This is also saying that we can make this slightly bigger now. We keep going. Yeah, we keep going. Up a little bit. Okay, right. We're almost there. I keep forgetting to select it before I move it. Amateur hour. Right. That might be it. Look at this. Look, chat. It almost properly lines up and everything. See? You thought I couldn't do this. You're all like, it looks odd. Of course it looks odd. It's meant to. But it looks odd in a cool way. Right? The whole thing around wild things is that we are a little bit odd. Everyone. So, I think we've kind of got that bit sorted out. The N into the G looks okay. Like, I think spacing wise we're probably okay there. And you get this cool effect as you move around the car with like things moving and shit. I love it. Is it Channel 4 that used to have the ident where they moved the blocks of the logo around the camera angle? And it made like all sorts of different things and shapes. And I thought that was so cool. Right. Let's try and do the main bit now. So we got to copy this bit. We're going to paste it back down. We're going to have to rotate. Yeah, we're going to have to rotate it a bit, I think. And then we're going to have to try and work out where is the line. Take that out for now. And we go with this bit here. Try not to overlap that bit. Right. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Should we leave it there? I think we're done. Let's go. Which part should we do next? That's actually not too bad. Like, we can work with that, I think. It's not as bad as what I thought it might be. So we can rotate this down. What do we think? 4 degrees, 5 degrees, 6 degrees? 3? It's surprising like how much a single degree difference makes. We'll go with I can't actually see. We'll go with 3. So basically we're getting through this and it's kind of working. In my mind, looking at the template, I thought there's no way we're going to be able to do this on stream. I was like, to get this anywhere decent, we are gonna have to cheat. We're gonna have to do it the cheat way, which was mentioned earlier. Which obviously I can't really do on stream. So I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. It's not gonna be perfect, but like the Mustang I did wasn't perfect, but it still works. So this is actually not too bad, and it is going to look odd, but I think I'm okay with that. And I think the way we counter that is to make it slightly bigger so that it becomes less of a logo and more of a pattern and more of like just I don't want to say decorative element, but do you know what I mean? The intent is always to be an abstract part of the identity, because we use the logo elsewhere anyway, so that's when it has to be recognisable. In this context, it just needs to be on the car, and like the whole Wild Things thing is like tiger stripes. If it looks like a bit like stripes on the car, I'm happy with that. That's almost the intent. So yeah, I don't think we're doing too badly. This should only take a little bit of adjustment, and I think we're probably there with like the first side. And once we take the guidelines off, you'll see it will be a lot clearer. So yeah, let's let's carry on, shall we? It's not been a complete disaster. It's been okay. We might need to scale this slightly as well on here. Or maybe we just need to move it. I think maybe just need to move it. Chat, look at that. It's almost spot on. That's not awkward at all. Jobs are given. We can all go home now. Right. So I need to make this top bit slightly larger so that it lines up properly, and like the starting point for the scale can be on this part of the end, which sort of looks like it's okay and in the right place. So we're just going to go up by 2% each time. One more maybe. Oh, damn it. Slightly too much. 101%. Let's go. Right. I'm going to say, when we make this slightly bigger, it will probably do the job and it will probably be okay. Given that it is such a complicated shape, it actually sort of lines up almost okay. I think we just need to move. There's a bit of distraction around this. Not distraction. What's the word? Discrepancy. Yeah, a bit of discrepancy around this area here. So I might need to make it smaller. Or do we split it into wild and things? I think we do. Which is going to make doing the other side way more complicated. But hey, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So I'll make a copy of that, paste it down in exactly the same place. But this copy is going to be for the wild part alone. Yep. Then it means we can move that part independently, and we can scale it independently, which is like the big kind of issue we've got with this at the moment. So the D kind of lines up, but the curve part of the D doesn't line up, which means that we can scale it from the tail of the top tail of the D. We go down to 98%. No, 96. 97, 96, 97. That's not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Do we dare to suggest that that is probably okay? Or do we need to alter it at all? Probably do, right? Again, I think if we make it slightly bigger so that it doesn't look like we're trying too hard, if that makes sense. We'll do that. Wrong button. So not used to streaming from this setup. And I used to have like I used to have a second stream deck, which would have made it a bit easier, but I sold it to my brother, so who doesn't stream? Figure that one out. Anyway, so we're going to make this 105% bigger, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it should be enough, I think. And another cool thing about Illustrator is because we've imported all of these separate logos, we can now scale them from the same reference point, which is the top right corner in this case, which means that even though we've moved everything separately, we still have a single reference point with which to scale everything by the same amount, which is really, really helpful in times like this, because it means that you're not having to line stuff up again, because it's still using the same reference point. It's just getting bigger or smaller. So there we go. Now hopefully if I go back, it should look still okay, just bigger. And I think we are okay. Maybe we even make it even more bigger. I know that's awful grammar again. But maybe we do just bleed off the W a bit more. Yeah, bigger. That's a word. Bigger. I quite like as well the fact that we've got quite a nice big space down here for sponsor. So yeah, cool. We'll do that once again, and we'll do another 105%. What we do need to do is move the dividing line between wild and things. Cool. So let me just zoom in here. Wow. It's bigger. It's definitely bigger. Way bigger. Right. Where do I fit the tiger? The tiger is not going on this one. There's literally no space for the tiger on the prototypes, unfortunately. Or not in a way that I think looks okay. Chat, what's happened here? Oh. We've got a slight emergency. What have I done here? Oh, wait, oh no, it's fine. It's just in the shadow, it looks weird. Do you think we'll get away with that, or does it look a bit jank? A little kid. Maybe we can sneak it in somehow. Because I think it's because it's in the shadow, it looks a bit messy. Did I scale that one? I did scale it, didn't I? It's fine. Maybe I just need to go back. Oh, shit. Go back a little bit. Rotate this one again. So we're going to rotate it up slightly. And I think, do we need to move it at all? No, it might be okay. Yeah, we need to move it down. Too much. I nearly swore then. That'll do. I think that'll do. If we're going to include this little weird gappy bit, we have to expect a bit of jankiness, and I'm okay with that. So I think that's okay, right? I think we'll call it a day with that one. It does what we need it to do. I'm slightly thinking, do we make it even bigger? Or is that okay? The thing is, right, a logo is a 2D thing. Unless it's one of those new swank 3D logos. And a car's a 3D thing. So there's always going to be, just the T is too short. No, the T is as it should be. Like, that is literally the way it is on the logo, so it's fine. We're going with that. That is going to be it. So, like, if I just show you. The T is quite short, and it's also slightly lower down than the H. That's by design, so I'm okay with that. Right, now we do the horrendously stressful flip it. First we need to colour in this bit here. Otherwise I'll forget. Cool. Okay, right. where's our center point? Hopefully this is going to be fairly accurate, and it's going to be somewhere around here. So we flip it around that center point. And then we know it's going to be backwards, but we're just going to have a quick look to see what it looks like. And if it looks like the same things are out of line as on this side, then that's okay. If things have moved a bit, then it is cause to panic. However, alright, so we're generally okay. The only thing we're missing is this part of the G. I wonder if that was missing on... Yeah, that's missing on this side as well, so that's our bad. Or my bad, even. What do we do? Do we start again and try and correct that? Or, just trying to work out where that should be. Okay, right. Yep, we need to go back. So, we can't yet do this side because we haven't got this side correct yet. And the reason for that is because of the way this panel is offset here, like this gap here, we need to move this part of the G down a bit. Hey Freaky! Is it the new team name? Yeah. But why not? Backwards. So yeah, basically, we need to cut this part off. I'm going to cut it off here actually. And then we need to copy that. Ugh. Paste it down here with enough of the G. I might slightly need to exaggerate this slightly. Okay, I'm not enjoying this bit now. I want to go home. See what this looks like though. It's a weird random factor caused by the fact that the G overlaps something. Fuck off. I mean, I am home, yes, but what have I done? Oh, I forgot to clip and path it. That's better. Right. So this is like when I was talking earlier about what was the worst that could happen, or what was I not looking forward to. How could it have been worse or better? This is one of the bits that is kind of like annoying, because we've got a panel gap basically in exactly the wrong place. and we sort of have to just deal with it. We can't like, it's not really a shortcut to be like, oh, I'll just do this. Oh yeah, to be fair though, like, the first, like, I don't know if you remember the Cayman I did with the wild things, like, plastered literally all over it, is still my favourite, probably my favourite livery. And the only reason I don't do it now is because it's just too much work to do it on, like, more than one car at a time. Because like, I remember when I was doing that, it was like one of the first liveries I did, if not the first. And I was actually watching Rob in the SimGrid Sprint Cup at the time. Right, it was one evening, I think, I did it. Happy days. Good memories. Right, we're almost there with this. It's not as bad as what I thought it might be. The bad shit might come when we flip it. Let's do that. I think that'll do. Maybe I need to rotate it slightly. Sorry, I know you can't see this in as much detail at the moment. Move it up a bit. Rotate it a bit. Is that too much? Up a bit. Probably should be bigger as well. But I think we'll get away with this. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're just gonna have to be like, deal with it, fuckers. Do we think that's okay? Does it need to be a bit bigger? Let's go with that. Right, I think I'm going to go with that. It's not as good as I want it to be, but like I said earlier, I'll try and get something that is good enough, and then I can go back to it later if I need to. Right, so we have done a small part. Now we can flip it. So we grab all these bits, choose our center point, flip it. There we go. Check it again. And with a cursory glance, I'm saying that's okay. It's not perfect, but it will do. So now we can start flipping shit. Oh no, could not write the file because an error has occurred. Oh shit. Oh well, it just did though. Let's try that again. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, right. So let's start flipping shit, shall we? we flip this, and we have to take a note of the rotation angle. So this has got a 3 in it, which means that when we rotate it, or flip it rather, we have to rotate it the other way. Oh, hold up, there's 2 bits there. I only need 1 bit, it's fine. So we move it up 3, and then we move it up 3 again. And we have to do that for each of the little tiny bits. So this is 3 again, which is 7. So that'll be -7, and then minus another 7. There's this bit here, which is 0. That's easy. This bit here is 0. That's easy. This bit here, which is 3/7. So we move it down 3, and then another 3. And then this last little bit, fortunately, we don't need it, I don't think. So we're gonna do it anyway, just in case we do need it. Then we need to go back in, figure out where these join lines are. So actually, let's do this one first. Move this one in between my other things, because we've got a natural gap there. This is probably an okay thing to do. Just need to extend this so we get everything in. It's all good, I think. There's a bit here that's missing. Now this is what you don't want. You don't want like 2 different bits overlapping, even though there was 2 different bits overlapping. We'll try that. This might look shit. Right. We save. We export. Have a look. So we're not too far off. It's just the way this car is distorts things so much. Do we think we can get away with it? Do I need to sort out that annoying... It's really annoying that the W is on that gap, on that line. Or do we just say it's good enough for now? What do we think, chat? Do we think? That's one vote, 2 votes, 3 votes. I think we're good. I do think like this is something that I'll come back to, possibly cheat on. However, for now it's good enough. So all we do now is, and there's no like easy way of doing this. We just need to get rid of the guidelines, and the only way we can really do that is to update all of these links. There's no way to update the links like all in one go, which is really annoying. So just have to go through all of them. So we've got exactly the same logo, just without the guidelines. It's the same size and shape and everything, which means that we can just replace it, and we don't need to worry about like moving things or things moving by themselves or anything like that. So we've done one, and then we just do all of them. And it takes like ages. And we're not even doing the right one. Hold up. Ah, there we go. There's a really weird thing in Illustrator where it doesn't do what you think it's doing. It's doing something else. And then all of a sudden it starts doing what you think it should be doing. Yay, we got them in the end. So here's our car. I'm definitely coming back to this. I'm not happy with it. I think this side is okay. Like, it could do with a bit of, like, I think this angle on like this, I don't even know what you call this. I want to call it a barge board, but it's not. That could definitely do with some work. And then the other side, I kind of think that's horrendous. It's just because of the shape of the car, it squeezes the logo too much. So yeah, I don't care what you say. I will come back to this separately. We call it an aero thing. Alright. Anyway, now we've done that, which is always the biggest part to do. And kind of sets the tone for the livery as a whole, I guess. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And then we'll start, like, I think we'll do the fin next. And then we'll do some nose work. So yeah, back in a second, chatto. Should I change scene for a bit? Let's go to, I don't know if it's going to be like a really loud music when I do this. I hope it's not too loud. Burb. Back in a few minutes. Hello chat, I'm back. What am I doing now? So now we're going to do the fin. Which is one of my favourite parts. It used to be like the part that annoyed me the most, but now I quite like it. I think because we've got like a nice design element for it. Oh shit. Okay. Why is my mouse jumping so much? Anyway, so we can close down this Mustang for now. We don't need that. I am going to open what was the last hypercar that I was doing? Don't know. Let's find out. It looks like it was the Orica LMP3. So we'll open that. Okay, so here's one that you can tell I did not do by hand, because by some magic it's accounted for the curvature of the surfaces. Just imagine being able to do that. But also it does mean that you end up with some weird shit, like the way this part fades out here. That's not really ideal, but it happens. So yeah, okay. I was going to just copy and paste this part, but I'm going to show you how it's done because it's better that way. So on our design layer, I'm going to do like a nice pink line. Pink. Quite thick. Is that too thick? Ooh. We'll try that. I'm just going to smash that on, see what it looks like, see if it's too big, too small, see if it's something we can work with. Ooh, interesting. So annoyingly, I don't know if you can see, but the shape of the fin isn't completely straight. It's taken a really straight line and it's bent it upwards slightly. You can actually see that on the template, but it is slightly annoying. So we're going to have to account for that. And we're going to account for that by smashing in an anchor point just there. Move that down slightly. A bit more. Now I will know, Loki. The important thing is I will know. I'm just going to... What's that noise? Anyway, just going to try and match that curve slightly. So it doesn't need to be spot on, but we do need to account for it. Otherwise it will look weird. See, we still haven't, it's still not curved enough. And it still looks like it's curving up instead of being straight. So we go back to our line. And we move it down a little bit more. And that should do it. That will do. Do I want to make it a bit thicker? Yes, I do. So we'll go up to 70 for that. That'll do. Still doesn't look completely straight, but it's fine. Then we're going to get the Wild Things logo. So I get the right folder. Wild Whiter. Wrong one. I can't read. I want Wild Things. And then here we want to size it so it bleeds off the top and bottom of that line. And because of the size of the shark fin, we probably need to make the line a bit thinner actually, rather than thicker. So we'll go back to 60. That means we can make the logo slightly smaller. Probably okay. And then I'm also going to account for the slight bend. So I can warp this slightly. Don't need to warp it that way. I need to warp it this way. Just a tiny bit, so it matches that curvature of the shark fin. I'm going to need to rotate it a little tiny bit as well. There we go. Then I'm going to mask that bit of the stripe. I'm going to invert it and then clip it. And that is one of the coolest bits of this livery, I think. That will do, I think. Or do we want to get rid of these like tiny pink bits? We do. So we just need to scale this up very slightly. And 5. Maybe a bit more. Yeah. No, that'll do. That'll do. That's nice. Can bring it in slightly as well. Cool. Okay. Now I don't like the way it's crashing into the roof line, so I'm going to mask out this bit as well. And have it following that line. It's the wrong colour. Just paste that onto the mask and make it white. There we go. I think that's a bit too much, so we just need to add a bit back in, which is easy to do. Just move this slightly. A bit more maybe. Perfect. Do I want to move it down slightly? Yeah. A little bit too high up, I think. I'll do. Almost. Almost. Let's move that slightly. And move that. Ugh, almost. There. That will do. Now I want to add the Design by Pope logo, which I can just copy and paste from this. That will do, I think. Move it in slightly, rotate it 1 degree. There we go. Starting to look like a proper car now, I think. So now we can flip that over. Sponsors. So the logo need to flip, flippity floppity. Oh. Oh no, that's no, it's too much rotation. That'll probably do actually. And then this logo we need to flip to reverse that rotation. And then we need to use the other version of the logo, which has the icon on the other side, the left hand side. Cool. Shark fin done. Easy. I'm going to quickly do the wing, I think. I don't know which is the the top wing and the bottom wing. So we're just going to guess. Wild things. Bottom bit, top bit, I don't know. Let's go with, smash it down there and see what happens. Wrong side. Knew it. Something like that. It's always going to be the other side to what you think it is. So, this side. Yes. So I'm not sure if it's centered or not. So we're just going to make a little guide. Do a little bit of aligning and then we can move it so it's definitely in the center. Is it going to be too big or is it going to be the right size? Too big. That's probably it, I think. Or maybe it's too small. Slightly bigger. Hold up, I've done something weird. There we go, it's better. Wild things, not too big, not too small, maybe too small. The thing is, I don't want to have to do it on the top element at the same time, because it's kind of too small. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's do the nose. The way that curves is so odd. So odd. I'm going to need to warp this slightly, which means I need to add some extra space. Otherwise it looks really odd because of the way the W offsets the shape of it. So we'll start with this, see what it looks like. Why do they make it concave? Is it concave? It looks so weird, man. Why? Why would you do that? I don't think it's like you sat on it. I mean, I think it's probably someone that's not you. It's maybe quite a lot bigger. Like an actual elephant may have sat on it. It's so weird though. Like, why would you do that? Like, I know, like, yada yada yada, aerodynamics, all of that shit. But, dude, it looks so fucked up, man. It's like a, I don't know, it looks like a toilet seat or something. And I don't know now, because it's so unusual, I don't really know what to do with the logo. Like, normally I'd bend it a little bit to fit, or to make it look like it's not completely, or it follows the curvature of the bonnet, or the hood, or whatever you want to call it. But here, so fucked up. Anyway, we will do what I would normally do, which is we do a little warping. Not a lot, just a little tiny bit, just to try and make it look like it belongs. Give that a go. So it kind of follows the geometry a little tiny bit. I think that's not too bad actually, considering what an awful shape it is. We'll probably go with that. It kind of looks like it's meant to be like that, doesn't it? Maybe a bit bigger. Maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, it's better. Nice. It's big and it is somewhat wild. Right, now we'll do the pink stripy bits. Because I like doing the pink stripy bits, but I'm a bit concerned. It might be okay. The shape I want to use for it is not actually the nose. It's going to be one of these aero bits by the side. So we'll start here. I'm probably trying to follow that line. Maybe. This could be awful. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens. Or maybe need to do a bit of extra bendy shit. Technical term. See what that looks like. Oh, it's hideous. No, it's not really. It's fine. I think I want more pink though. I think it needs to... This might be one where we do something a bit different to normal. Because on the prototypes... Oh, fuck. Oh, it's just a light. I thought that was my game, like... shitting itself then. But it was just a light. Oh dear. Yeah, so on the prototypes we have like the pink line kind of going all the way from the front to the back, although we do split it around the cockpit. I'm thinking maybe for this one we just have it go all the way front to back and do a few lines on it to make it look interesting. Yeah. You just ran out of fuel on your first collie lap, fast collie lap. See, I'm not surprised, Loki. It sounds like a very Loki thing to do. Sorry. But it does. You need to get into a race with Greg, because he's always running out of fuel. Always. Right. I don't get it, because it's not that hard to not run out of fuel. You just need to put some fuel in the car. So I don't get it. I don't understand how you can run out of fuel as much as you do. Doesn't make sense to me. Right, I'll make this a bit thicker. Actually, I want it a little bit thicker along here as well. Not too much, just a little bit. And then I need to account for that with the whole curvature thing. It's just not working out. What we need to do, start the curve there, and then it means this one can follow that line a bit better. Right, we'll see how that looks. There's even a thing in LMU that's like, this amount of fuel will have this many laps. Like, it's quite simple. Okay, that looks good, I think. The letters are doing my nutty now, but... Oh, there's that light again. Yeah, this is cool. I'm happy with this. So, that is 70 pixels wide. And if we match that, it should be good. We'll do a little bit up here, and then come off down here. Oh, it's a thick line. Maybe it's too thick. Maybe it isn't. We'll see. Oh, it's like a worm. I don't like it. Oh, look at that. Almost lined it up perfectly. Almost. It's literally like a single pixel and a slightly not quite right angle. Go in a little bit, go that way a little bit. And then we just need to straighten that out slightly. That should do it. Oh, we're still a pixel out. We're still a pixel out every time I do it now. Just 71. Better. The angle's not quite right. Right. Will that do? I think that'll do. That looks pretty sweet, I think. I like that. I think we can also make it thicker going into the intake. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Sweet. Bump it up to go a little bit thicker on this side. Yeah. As lines go, I think that's quite a nice one. I'm happy with that. Hopefully this last bit going to the end should be relatively straightforward. Well, it does have a slight gap there, which is annoying. Let's try that. I think that might be too much of an angle, but we'll see. Not bad. Do you know what? For a first go, that's not bad at all. I would be happy with that. We can make it a bit thicker, and we just need to bring it in slightly. Change the angle of attack slightly. So go up to 90. Bring it in slightly. I mean, it helps that I've been doing this for like a million years. Maybe not a million, but a few years. Not that old. Just quite old. I may have messed that up slightly actually. I feel like I've gone. Yeah, the angle I'm not happy with. We need to flip this. So it's going the other way. Let's try that. Yeah, I mean, it's such a rare occurrence that you have to celebrate it when it happens. Made it too big now, however, it does kind of work. The other thing that I want to do with LMU is like put in, oh, I don't know if we can do like, what's the word? Is it orthopedic? Orthogonal? What's the word that's opposite to perspective? I want to see if we can like do that in the show it, because that would be cool for stuff like this. I want to say orthogonal, but I don't know if that's the correct term. That's looking pretty good though. Again, it needs to be a bit not quite as thick as that. Let me go back down to 80 maybe. Yep. Cool. It's one of those things that's never going to match completely because of the way camera angles work. But hey, I think that's probably good enough for that bit. And then I can follow like the angle of the, what do you call it? Exhaust plate. And maybe like make a nice thing there. Make this a bit thicker. Bring that in a bit, and then try and make it follow. Maybe going down that side. Almost. Yeah, that'll do. I think. Don't know if I want to cheat a bit on this, on the back of this, and have it sort of, yeah, I think I want it to fan out a bit more than it does. So we're going to put in another width value there. Keep that as it is. Keep that as it is. But we're going to make this a bit thicker and bring it out a bit more. Don't know if that's not too much, maybe. We'll see. Change that slightly. I think that's it. So we've got like a nice line that continues all the way along, follows the shape of the car, and it's not too much like a snake, is it? I don't like the idea of a line that looks like a snake on any of our cars. I think this is okay though. Yeah, I'll do. Right. Now I just want to split it up slightly. Just because it's sort of tradition. But I don't know where to do that. Or maybe we just leave it. Because we're going to have like, okay, so we're going to have like the split lines at the front where the Michelin logo is. And at the back where the Michelin logo is. So maybe it's okay on the top to have like this solid line. And not break it up. Because it kind of looks cool like that. I'm pretty happy with it. And I don't want to ruin it. So let's just go with that. Let's not ruin what we've done. So hopefully I can just reflect all of these bits. Just need to make sure they're in the same sort of place. So we look at where the pink line meets like the green line, or maybe it over, what's the word? My stream is so far behind where I am. Yeah. So maybe like we see here, the pink line like intersects this like wireframe junction here. So if it does the same on the other side, we kind of know that we're in the same sort of ballpark with it. It doesn't look the same at all. Which line am I looking at? This one. Okay. There we go. Looks roughly the same. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I thought this template was not as symmetrical as it actually is. So now we've got our lines going front to back. Lovely pinkness. The contrast against the metallic grey. Well, it will be metallic. That looks cool. I'm happy with that. I think maybe I'd like them to be a bit thicker at the front, just to have a bit more contrast, but also we've got to fit sponsors in, which we'll probably do now. So I've seen a good space for Studio 397. They can go opposite the P3 logo. And can I copy and paste that? No. Grab it separately. Place. It's very big. Let's make it smaller. I think that's too angled. We need to take a bit of angle off that. Oh my days. How far behind is my stream? It's like a day behind. I think that's okay. Studio 397. It's quite prominent. So we need to get half fast gaming, which I think can go on the wheel arches. And Simhound, which I think can go on the splitter. I guess you call it a splitter still. It's quite chunky. So yeah, just do a bit of half-fast gaming. Juniper, come on. I hear a cat, and I just hope that she's not up to no good. Don't know if you can hear that chat. Hey, Junie! Junie! That logo is too big. But you need to make it quite a bit smaller. Bit better, not quite right. Trouble is like that bit of arrow in front of the wheel arch hole, I don't know if that's what you call it, is not shown on the template in the right place. That should do it. Maybe even, I don't know actually. Yeah, that's probably okay, I think. No, I'm going to move it up a little bit. Maybe slightly smaller, so we'll go down to like 95%. Bit more. That'll do, I think. That's fine. Bit of half-fast gaming. Right. Flip that now. Flippity floppity. And then what I think I might do is I'm starting to get a bit tired, so I think I might quickly do a region map for this and then like pause the stream until another time. So we do like a halfway because I think this is like a halfway point. And then do the second half at some other time. But we're cool with this, I think. So the major things that are still left to do is there's a few sponsors still to go. There's the rainbow, which I don't know if on this car I can get it on these two, like, what do you call them? Gurney flaps at the back. If not, it can go on the rear wing. But I'm hoping it can go maybe on, or maybe on the diffuser, actually. Can be like a tiny thin line on the diffuser, if that's in the wireframe. And then there's also, like, I like to do like a black surround around the cockpit area. So we need to do that. That's going to be a fairly big task, I think. So yeah, I'm happy with this so far. So what we're going to do is, we've got this, it's all good. We will save it. And then I'll quickly show you how I normally do the region map, because it does not take long at all. So what we've got is, we've got everything on our layers, which is cool because it means that we can then create the region map layers really simply. So carbon we don't need to worry about because it's just a big square essentially. The metal we've got all on one layer. All of the designy bits we've got on another layer. And then all of the sponsory bits and like the glossy bits we've got on another layer. And then when we do the cockpit, that'll be a separate layer as well. So for now, I'm going to just export this as, I'm going to call it metal. So that'll be our metal layer. The design layer. Oh, alright, do you want to chill out? The design layer, we can just call design. And then the markings and the sponsor layer we export as sponsors. So we're ready now to go into Photoshop and create our region layer. So I've already got one sorted out from obviously another car. So I can just go into my Mustang folder, copy this region, paste it into my LMP3 folder, and then open that in Photoshop. Okay, so you can see now, when the stream catches up with me, this is the Mustang template, but it's already using the same imported files that we just created. So there's a metal layer, there's a design layer, and there's a sponsors layer. And each of these has a color overlay. So the metal layer is going to be black, same as it is on LMU. The design layer we're using blue, because then we can allocate that material in LMU. And then sponsors is almost always going to be the white layer. So I can just tell Photoshop to update each of these files. It will look in the same folder and it will update appropriately. So that looks to me like it might be an LMP3 file. And then I can just, I think I've got a key for this, but I just do it manually anyway. Where's PC? There we go. Custom region, custom skin region. Change that to, why are you not changing? Hello, Adobe? Did I press the wrong button? Did I miss save a copy? That I did. Right, let's go back to that folder. Computers, innit? Alloy, right. TGA, that's the one. Custom skin region, save, place, and then it will auto update in LME. It has just done that. So now we've got our regions all set up. You can see the file has come through. Look at that beautiful red carbon. Stunning. I think we just use this. We'll race with this. Anyway, so material settings, we've got 64, 96, 128. Actually, two the thing. So that's our nice metallic, like soft metallic flake. It's really nice. We don't have a green layer, do we? No. We have a blue layer, which is going to be stickers, and that is medium. So all the pink stuff is on the blue layer. So it's like kind of shiny, but not too shiny. And then the white layer is going to be super shiny. And there we go. So we're just like with working with like the region mask or region layer in mind, but not actually doing anything to it until the end. It means that we can just create that file really quickly. We don't have to do any faffing about, we don't need to do any stupid masks, we don't have to do anything. We just import the files and then export it again. And there we go. So yeah, I think we're going to end the stream here. I'm going to go and get some food and just chill out a bit. I was debating going to IKEA today. Don't know though. The weather looks a bit shit. Thanks for watching. I don't know when we'll do the second half of this. It might be tomorrow, I guess. It might even be later today, depending on how the day goes. Because I would like to finish this. And we also do need to finish it, because people in the team want to use it for online championships. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope it was. Hope it's been helpful. If you are looking to like get into Illustrator, be aware it can be a bit of a time sink in terms of like learning stuff. However, if you know how to use the pen tool in Photoshop, pen tool OP, blah 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 blah, it's not that much different, to be fair. There's just a few extra things, like I think layers, for me personally, layers in Illustrator are a lot more simple than they are in Photoshop. It does more stuff. It's easier or better if you are like transforming a load of things at the same time, or you need to keep track of stuff like numerically, angles and stuff, scaling. It's just so much better for stuff like that. I'd recommend, like, if you don't already, I think you probably do, have like all your logos and design elements as just separate files that you can import into Illustrator rather than copying and pasting. Again, it makes it a lot easier when you come to update stuff. Yeah, have fun. I'm sure there's probably like some good tutorials as well for Illustrator. I remember when I started, which I think when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16, because my mum used to work at like a signage company. She got me a copy of it, and she also essentially told me to sit down and go through the tutorials, which I did. So I learned how to like use the pen tool. There was some cool little sort of examples and sort of what do you call them? Little things that you do, exercises, chat. So yeah, I did that and I never looked back. So yeah. Anyway, I've gone on far too long. Hello, Juniper. Bye, Juniper. Yeah, take care, chat. Hey, Coconut, how you doing? I'm literally about to leave the stream. I hope you're well. Yeah, anyway, we'll be doing a stream again soon. Possibly later today, if not tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy your weekends. Bye-bye, chat. Where the fuck is the stop button? Hello? Stop streaming. Okay, bye. Oh, you will not be able to reconnect. Oh dear.